Good morning, everyone. Here we are. It is, of course, the Fruit Not News. The Fruit Not News on, of course, the 10th today, ladies and gentlemen, the 10th. Here we are in the log cabin of truth. The log cabin of truth. So how are we doing this morning, ladies? A beautiful day in the northeast of England. A little bit cold, but apart from that, really, really good. Really, really good. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Really, really good. As you see, we got match of the day on in the background, just to keep up with the utter bullshit that's going on in the world. It's going to be the political program today, which is Laura Klunsberg, or should we say Laura the Liar. So anyway, very interesting today, very interesting. Few people joining us. Sheila Douglas, Angela Davis, Teresa Cock, Sue Cardiff's in, Natalie Bowen's in, Dave Ling's in, Brenda Corcoran's in, Diane Williams is in, Chris Taylor's in, Kemjin Tully's in, Manda Smith's in. How you doing, Manda? Hope you're okay. John Brink is in, and of course, Valerie Mooney. So good morning, everyone. It is, of course, a Sunday morning, bright and breezy, as you well know, and so much stuff. Let me just turn that TV off because it's distracting me. So yeah, it is distracting me quite a lot there. So anyway, that's off now. So we're all ready to rock and roll. Stay tuned for more rock and roll, people. So here we are. What have we got? Very interesting. With, of course, let's just probably recap a little bit this morning. Starmer, of course, the big talk is all about Starmer and what's happening in political circles, etc., etc. This gravy train seems to be continuing to roll forward, and with no apparent ending as yet that we can identify properly. So anyway, it will be interesting to go forward. Meanwhile, of course, let's not forget that Starmer tried to stop the elections in order to avoid the political slapping that he was going to get during, of course, the people voting. Now, remember that the people haven't voted for the Conservatives or the Labour, or the people have voted because they're sick and fed up of it. We're sick, and everybody, I can guarantee that everybody is sick and fed up of the whole political system, whether or not it's Conservative, Labour, Lib Dems, Greens. We're sick of the corruption. We're sick of the lies. We're sick of the utter bullshit that keeps coming out of these people's mouths, and it doesn't matter who it is. You know, it's just utter bullshit. 17 people in the house. That's an interesting number. So then, of course, Starmer gagged the media. This, of course, is over the rent boys and many other issues that Starmer has been involved in. We're talking about Willie Mandelson, of course, the epitome of corruption in the world, as well as other linked to Epstein files, of course, linked to Gordon Brown. Now, interestingly enough, Gordon Brown, of course, has been made some kind of a ambassador of global finance. I mean, what an absolute fucking joke that is. I mean, this is a man that sold our gold for $200 an ounce, and now it's worth somewhere in the region of $4,500 to $5,500 an ounce. What an absolute cockwomble. Mandelson, of course, we've had the situation with Mandelson. Nothing really has come out of that, just apart from tumbleweed, of course. Anyway, there you go. And then, of course, there are more new appointments that Starmer is trying to make in order to basically, try to pretend that they're doing something, so to speak. Does that make sense? Yes, yes. And then apparently on Monday tomorrow, Keir Starmer is making a big announcement, apparently, about what his dad actually did for a living, apart from fathering the bell end of the century, which is quite interesting. Now, apparently, Starmer is convinced that telling everybody about his father's job is going to increase the popularity, of course, of Keir Starmer and, of course, the Labour Party. Very interesting strategy there, but not one that I feel is going to make a jot of difference. Now, meanwhile, Mark Carney, the Australian inserted tampon, should we say, following along the lines of King Charles. Mark Carney is going to deliver a speech apparently at 3:07 a.m. No idea what that's all about. Apparently he's telling everybody that he is not going to step back. He is demanding the truth, and he stands in God's spirit. He said that God will bless me. I keep my faith in the darkness. Very interesting words there. The ex-boss, of course, of the Bank of England. I mean, you know, how do you go from the ex-boss of the Bank of England to being the Prime Minister of Australia, especially when Australia is, of course, run by the British? It's got nothing to do with fucking Australia. Same with Canada. That's exactly the same. Canada. I might actually have got Mark Carney mixed up with Canada. And, of course, Australia, you just never know. It's very early in the morning. And I think I have. So anyway, apologies for that one. Mark Carney, of course, probably, of course, Canadian and not Australian. Anyway, we all make mistakes after too much coffee on a Sunday morning. Meanwhile, of course, the Iranian war still cracking on in the Strait of Hormuz. Ships coming out, ships going in, ships getting bombed, the Americans getting bombed, Iranians getting bombed. Who knows what the fuck is actually going on, because it seems to me like people are running around like headless chickens, not only blaming everyone else, but of course, excuse me, but of course not actually knowing what's actually going on themselves. Now, conveniently, of course, we are, of course, waiting for the JFK files, the Epstein files, the UFO files, which apparently are being released. We're not quite sure. There was recent footage of a UFO flying around the White House with a flag behind it, which said, "Release the Epstein files." So, very, very interesting stuff. And apparently 47,000 Epstein files at the moment are still missing. And this just happens to coincide with, of course, the war on Iran. That kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? Meanwhile, of course, we've got the rat virus. Anyone seen any type of a live footage from the passages? From the passengers that are on the actual virus ship. Absolutely not. No Facebook posts, no TikTok videos, absolutely nothing, which makes you wonder, is this thing an actual hoax? And of course, we have to take into consideration the actual headlines regarding this certain cruise ship. Apparently, a couple of bird spotters who were spotting birds, apparently at a local landfill site, apparently caught the virus. That seems a bit weird to me. And then, of course, we have Nicola Bulley's man, or should we say freak, that appears to be the headliner in regards to the British man. the British man that was, and Nicola Bulley's husband looks very similar to the man that the British man that was that caught the virus from the MV, what do they call it? I can't remember now. Honduras, whatever they want to call it. Anyway, it's a very interesting likeness. Now, I'm not suggesting that that is the same person, but I tell you what, after you see the photos, there will be a rather large question mark in your head, just like there was in mine. Anyway, it's all linked together in more ways than one, as you well know, and it will be interesting to see. Now, of course, the rat virus ship is, of course, a distraction from, of course, the 28 people that got arrested for child trafficking and child impropriety in regards to children on the Disney cruise ships. That's a very interesting one. So if you are contemplating a Disney cruise ship, I would suggest that you be very, very, very cautious about stepping foot on, of course, those ships. Not only that, stepping foot in Disney. Now, when you have been down the Disney rabbit hole, you will, of course, be fully aware of what is actually going on with Disney. Until you do that, you won't know what I'm talking about, and that could lead you into some very compromising positions. Remember that the majority of your history that you have been taught and told is a complete and utter lie. And so it might be worth educating yourself properly into actually what's going on in the world. It could actually save your life, save the life of your children, save the life of your parents, and save the life of your siblings, aunts and uncles, and numerous other people that you may be connected with. It was once described by the CIA and the FBI as a conspiracy theorist program. Unfortunately, what seems to have happened over the last, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 years, the conspiracy theorists seem to be completely right about what they are saying about the world, which gives me great delight to be part of that program. Maybe we are some kind of super intellectual people that just happen to be able to not only smell bullshit, but see bullshit and feel bullshit at probably about 3 millimeters away. Certainly happens to me. Interesting dream this morning that I had. A military guy was telling me in the dream that Israel would split in half. Got no idea what the message of that was or even is, but that was, I thought that I would pass that on to you. It was a very vivid dream, to be honest. Anyway, we'll wait and see. Meanwhile, President Putin has warned NATO to stop what they're doing in the Ukraine, put down their weapons, because there is no way that Russia is going to allow NATO onto Ukrainian soil. It won't matter how much money the European Union, America, and of course UK pour into Ukraine. There is no way President Putin will allow NATO into the Ukraine. Absolutely not. Russia has been very, very clear on this situation. And when you understand who Zelensky is and you understand why Zelensky was put in power by Barack Obama. Interesting choice. You will understand the politics in regards to Ukraine. And isn't it quite interesting that Barack Obama is still traveling around the world to meet people diplomatically, with or without the knowledge of Donald Trump? I mean, that's quite a fascinating concept in its own right. Now, I don't know about you, but that doesn't seem to me to be the ideal situation for not only for the sitting president of the United States, but also the former president of the United States. It leads us, of course, with all kinds of questions as to who is actually running the country. Anyway, we shall wait and see. Now, a very interesting Vatican participant called Mother Miriam has basically been asking the Pope, why has he given Satan a prayer room in the Vatican? This, of course, is the news that the Pope has given Muslims a prayer room in the Vatican to pray. Now, I don't know about you, but surely the Muslims don't need to pray in the Vatican. Surely they have their own mosques and prayer rooms elsewhere in the city. Rather an interesting choice, that. But anyway, we can only assume that the Vatican are now facing internal struggles in regards to various situations. So we'll wait and see. Now, I don't know about you, but when it comes to news and information coming out, etc., I'll be quite honest with you that I think that China, Russia, Iran, and Korea are far more closer to revealing the truth than actually the UK, the USA, and the EU are put together. So it is leading us to a very interesting future world, as we course we move forward. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it is of course my time to get off, because of course we are of course got a very busy day today. Even though it's Sunday, it's a nice bright day. And so while the sun is out, it was raining all day yesterday. While the sun is out, and of course, while the wind is blowing, it is of course time to make hay and cut grass and of course do some concreting maybe. It just depends on how the day goes. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, on this beautiful sunny day on Sunday the 10th of the 5th, 2026, we wish you all a very, very happy day and hope you enjoy yourself. Please do not get embroiled in all of the actual bullshit that is actually going on in the world. Do what I do, which is I look at what's going on and then I sit back and have a glass of milk, Havana, and a little bit of a think, as my granddad used to say back in the old days. Come on, boy, let's have a woodbine and a think. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, listen, take care. Have a great day. Remember to make the most of the day, whatever you do. Enjoy the day, whatever you do, okay? And we will, of course, take it from there. See you soon. Cheers, sir. Bye-bye. Take care.